Righty-ho, neighbors, Radio Goji here.
And I'm Sorland Greg.
And welcome back to Ocarina of Time. When we last left off, we were in the Water Temple, and we were talking about streaming services and...
Oh, yeah, we were talking about The Witcher.
The Witcher. Again, I wasn't ever really interested in watching that because I've never played any Witcher games, so... Also, I'm not a big fan of Henry Cavill, who is playing Geralt for some reason, even though he looks nothing like him.
He doesn't really, and he doesn't have like maybe he'll have the gruff voice of Geralt at some point. I don't know. All I know is I started reading the Witcher books again after watching the trailer, so that's a plus. I started reading them a while back, and I got to Baptism of Fire, which I think is it's either the third or the fourth Witcher book. There's like 8 Witcher books now. They have nothing to do with... Well, they have very little to do with the games. The games, actually, I believe, all take place after the book series.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure.
How often do people call each other Horsens in the books?
Pretty commonly. The books are very, very Slavic. So, someone will be called, a shitty wizard, or something like that. They're pretty good, though. If you like fantasy fiction, and you like it to be, a little bit different than the usual, just rehashing, medieval nobility shit, it's pretty good.
If you're sick of Game of Thrones, basically.
Yes, essentially. If you're sick of Game of Thrones and all of the books that came out after Game of Thrones blew up in the late 90s and completely changed fantasy fiction to become it, essentially. And that's something that happens with fantasy fiction in general. It hasn't happened in a little bit. I think we're still doing the Game of Thrones thing now because of the TV show. But there's always been one hyper popular fantasy series that sort of pulls all fantasy fiction in its direction. Like in the 80s, you had Shannara, so everybody was writing Shannara clones essentially. Then at the very end of the 80s, beginning of the 90s, you had Wheel of Time. And that just completely reinvigorated, the fantasy genre. And then at the end of the 90s, you had Game of Thrones, which sort of brought in this wave of authors who sort of had this... the word for it is grimdark, but sort of this edgy sort of fantasy fiction where bad things happen to characters. And
oh no, where's my reflection?
Pull punches and the like...
Oh, no, it's a Dark Link.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Okay. Anyway,
sorry, I'm still rambling from last episode. I apologize.
Let's
fight Dark Link.
Whoops, I didn't mean to push that. No, I was gonna say I haven't really. I don't really read a lot, so I haven't been really.
You should remedy that.
I should. But most of the fantasy stuff that I'd seen, mostly I'd seen trends in movies and stuff. Because in the early 2000s, it was mostly Harry Potter. Harry Potter, I think, was a lot.
Oh yeah, the early 2000s. You also had the
Lord of the Rings
YA boom that was sort of set off by Harry Potter. That was the first young adult series that was widely read by adults.
And then, when the Lord of the Rings movies came out, then everyone started being a fucking Lord of the Rings expert.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
And nowadays, it's more Game of Thrones. That became, the big thing when the TV show started on HBO. I want to say that there was, something in between that they did that with, too.
It was, a big mainstream fantasy property?
I want to say so, but I could be wrong. Between Game of Thrones and
between Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones.
Between Lord of the Rings / Harry Potter.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say because Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter sort of crossed over each other.
Yeah.
They're sort of a Venn diagram there time-wise.
And, like, Harry Potter is still a big thing now.
Oh, yeah, no, it is.
But there was also, like, a big thing, like, in the, I would say, the mid-noughties. I would say late noughties.
Okay.
Going into the early 2010s. Where a lot of people were really into, like, British stuff. And, you know, we had a lot of Harry Potter fans and a lot of Doctor Who fans. And I know Doctor Who is less fantasy and more sci-fi.
I guess, yeah.
But, like, there were fantasy elements in, like, some of the...
I mean, I guess there were other YA properties like His Dark Materials with, like, the Golden Compass, but that kind of... the attempt to turn that into, like, a film franchise...
That's flopped.
Completely bombed, yeah.
Dinspire can... I was mainly using the, Actually, normally what I use is,
Oh, wow! Did you just murder him?
No.
I will murder him!
Normally what I use is Big Goron Sword, but I never really got that.
Oh, yeah, you haven't gotten the...
I never really went on my way to get Big Goron Sword. Or Big Goron Sword, or I guess both of those are acceptable. It's not like Kakariko.
Big Goron Sword. Yeah, no, everybody make fun of me for Kakariko.
I'm the only one who does.
It makes more sense to me, okay? Look, I swear I'm not dyslexic or anything.
Well, you also remember when we first started playing Pokemon, you thought Fuchsia was pronounced Fuchsia.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I have no memory of that. Huh. Maybe I felt little.
And I was like, actually, it's fuchsia because it's a color. Because I was that kind of kid.
Fuchsia. I was already getting ready for the Sopranos. The fuchsia. Calm, where did you put the fuchsia? I want a sandwich of fuchsia and gabagoo. I never know how to refer to that in public. I literally, I went to
look, we're
Jersey Mike's the other day.
We're white non-Italians.
Yes.
We can say capicola. It's fine.
And I got it was a peppered ham and capicola sub, and I was like, do I say gabagool? Like what do I say?
Oh shit! You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn on the timer.
Oh shit! Oh, you're about to get stabbed in the back by your own shadow.
I'm probably gonna die because I don't have any fairies.
And every time that comes up, I'm like, should I say gabagool? Do I want to be that guy?
Look, we don't say manigot. We don't say mozzarella. We can say capicola.
But it sounds so much better.
It sounds. I mean, it's
gabagoo.
It does.
And it's delicious. By the way, the sub was delicious. Just FYI.
I think because I do kind of feel the same way about capicola, because that was when they were saying gabagool. That was actually the first time I had heard that word before. Oh, we got a death, folks. I should have gotten fairies. We probably should have gotten the Big Goron Sword before we came in. Beware, I live. I don't know where. When did we start?
I don't remember.
Like 10 minutes ago?
Probably. Oh, we started at like 9. It's 9:29. So yeah, about just a little bit under 10 minutes.
I'll set the timer for 20.
That'll work.
All right, we got a death on our counter.
Oh no. Iterate the death counter. What were we talking about?
Gabagool.
Oh, The Sopranos and Gabagool. And if you, before we completely forget it because we've passed it, if you, the viewer, know of the mainstream fantasy thing that we cannot think of that happened between Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, or if it exists at all, please comment in the comments what it was, and also like and subscribe.
You know, it was probably Doctor Who, now that I think about it. Doctor Who was like the big thing for a while.
When did Doctor Who get rebooted? Let me Google that.
Doctor Who didn't get rebooted. It got rebooted. Oh, I know what you mean when it went to the new series with Christopher Eccleston. That was 2005, I believe.
When was the last...
It wasn't really a reboot, it was just a continuation after, like, a long time. Like, And technically, there was that made-for-TV movie that had Paul McGann in
That
it.
fits because Return of the King came out in 2003. So yeah, you could be thinking of like the new Doctor Who as coming in between Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones.
Because, you know, although even then, I wouldn't say that really took off until David Tennant was on the show.
That's true. Well, that's just because David Tennant is like the most charismatic man on earth.
I don't know if it's really as popular now. Because I barely hear anything about it anymore.
I'm not really into it, but my nephew, who is 18, I believe 18, is like completely like obsessed with Doctor Who. So obviously there are at least some kids, like there are some millennials who are into Doctor Who. Like I said, I was never really very big into Who. Was never really super into Star Trek.
I thought you really liked Star Trek because you watched it when you were younger.
I like the original Star Trek. Like if I'm like flipping through the TV and there's like a Star Trek, like a Shatner Star Trek marathon on, I'll probably have it in the background for a couple hours.
Star Trek was one of those things, because there are a lot of things where I was like familiar with when I was much younger, but like didn't really get into until I watched it all on Netflix.
Yeah.
Star Trek was kind of one of those things, because I watched all of the Star Trek that had been on TV at the time. So this is before, I guess if you count Discovery, because Discovery, like its pilot episode, I think was on TV, but it's all like CBS, like
yeah.
CBS
I was gonna say, what's the deal?
Thing.
Isn't like the new Star Trek show like it's online only or something?
Yeah, and the Picard thing is going to be as well. But like I've seen, I watched...
they are doing a new Picard thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
They got him. They got the money. They got the money in him.
When I had Netflix, like, you know, way back when I watched the original series, I watched Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise, and the animated series. I watched all those.
I did not even realize there was an animated series.
Yeah,
actually,
it was on in the 70s, I think. While they did have like some newer characters that they could really only do with like animation, like because there's like a dude with 3 arms or whatever. All of the original cast was there, except for Walter Koenig wasn't in it because the Chekhov wasn't in it. But Walter Koenig still wrote episodes for the show. But like Shatner was in it, Nimoy was in it, Kelly was in it, all of them were in it. And it wasn't very good.
No.
It was enjoyable, but it wasn't like of quality.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, my favorite Star Trek show is Deep Space Nine, so I'm
cool.
I'm I'm an odd duck, I guess you could say. Sisko is my favorite captain. But you know, at the same time, my favorite one of these sci-fi franchises isn't Star Trek; it's Stargate. So
welcome to Potion Shop. My hair is perfect.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Stargate's good.
I'm just gonna buy fairies. 'Cause what else am I gonna do with this money? And also because of Stargate, I like MacGyver a lot too. I have all of MacGyver on DVD.
Yes. I can see that from where I'm sitting, actually.
Yeah, like front and center on my DVD, because I have like a lot of DVDs. I think some on the floor over there, but like...
Yep, there's your Stargate box set and the MacGyver.
Yeah, front and center is Stargate SG-1, Barney Miller, MacGyver, and Firefly.
Oh, dear God. I was, you know, to my embarrassment these days, I was disgustingly into Firefly.
Yeah.
I think part of it is just that it was this thing that came out and then it was canceled so quickly, and it just grew into this like cult thing that like nobody knew about. And it was this like weird show that I had watched on like the Fox network that nobody like had ever fucking heard of.
And then you decided to be all hipster about it.
Yes, I was a fucking Firefly hipster.
And now it's not around anymore.
It's not around anymore.
Well, it's on DVD and stuff, but still a good show.
Yeah, no, it was good. There are books. There are Firefly books in, like, the year of our Lord, like, 2019.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's weird. Like, because no franchise is ever allowed to, like, fully die anymore. Like, I've noticed that Firefly, like, sank. Has just done nothing over the last decade except sink into, like, more and more obscure fan realms. Because, like, there was the TV show, then there was the movie, then there was, like, the comic series for a really long time. There were graphic novels, and there was, like, a monthly comic. And then when the fandom dropped so low that even that fizzled out, now it's, like, fucking, like, Kindle Worlds, like, ebooks on Amazon that they have people, like, fucking writing.
I have the Firefly board game.
Yes, there was the board game, too.
I've been meaning to play that on the channel in
And
some way, shape, or form, but we never got around to it.
Is the board game the Dungeons and Dragons, like, rip-off rule system, or is that something different?
Oh no, you're thinking of the tabletop game.
Yes.
No, I have an actual board game.
Okay.
I remember we tried to make characters for the tabletop game at one point.
Yes.
And like we never got around to doing anything else with that. So where's our Barney Miller extended universe?
I know. I actually adapted a couple bits from that character that I created for the Firefly thing into a. It's not D&D. I'm not sure what system it was. Pathfinder, maybe.
Probably some D20 system.
Some of my for a game that a couple of my DSA chums put together. That sadly we've only been able to get together to do like twice.
That's okay. I was going to be in a D&D group this past holiday, and then like we never did anything with it. Like I think because Jordan was there. You know Jordan.
Yes, are you talking to me or the audience?
The audience.
Oh, you know Jordan.
That's the running gag. At least I try to make it a running gag, and I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
And our friend Sam. I don't know. Sam wasn't there. Our friend Justin and like two of his friends.
Oh, okay.
And then we had like one day where we met up, and even then it was just me, Jordan, and Justin. The other two didn't show up. And then like the next time we were gonna meet up, Jordan forgot, and because he was on his way to the mall with his mom and his wife to get pictures of Santa with his son. And he totally forgot. And then from there, like nothing else came of it.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
And I'd like to do more like tabletop stuff with people, but like no one ever has the time.
Yeah, it's tough to get people together. Like I've done some like Dungeons and Dragons stuff with Brian and Corey in the past, but it's like impossible to get like the three of us in the same room anymore.
Well, the thing is, you have stuff like Discord now though, and like those kind of like chat clients where you can kind of do that sort of stuff.
You can do like the voice chat.
And Dungeons and Dragons and like other tabletop games are like, mostly voice communication anyway. So
yeah, no, not to mention them twice in a single video or anything. That'd be unprecedented. But the DSA does meetings and stuff over working groups meetings and stuff over Discord all the fucking time. It's half the reason I fucking have that program.
I do have a Discord channel, but like nobody's on it.
And I'm on it.
You're on it, and Ian's on it, and I think that's it.
And I sent you your ROM of the Japanese Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
We totally did not distribute that over the internet.
Totally did not distribute a ROM over the internet or anything. Piracy is good, folks.
Piracy's bad.
Hey, according to Jim Sterling, it's better to pirate a game than to buy it from G2A. So, developers would rather you do that. Yeah.
Anyway, most of what I'm usually on Discord, like I'm on one that Sam and Jordan and I are on. We talk on that for Final Fantasy, and then like my free company in Final Fantasy has one as well. I just mainly do kind of text chat with them.
Oh, cool.
But But yeah, I have a Discord channel. We don't do anything with it though.
We should invite our fans into the Discord channel, obviously. Every fucking Twitch channel has like a Discord now.
Yeah, they do. They have like a subscriber Discord and stuff. But we'll see about that once I have a sizable enough subscriber base.
That's fair.
It's the same sort of thing that with YouTube. That's why I never monetize, because Lord knows with the aforementioned bad swears and penis jokes.
Bad swears and penis jokes
within the first 5
Squeeze
minutes
the World story
of every
I have been,
video.
I've been told that I need to tone that down for Twitch.
Yeah.
Although I see that constantly on Twitch, but that's okay. I will be very good. I will open every episode with a prayer. A prayer that I don't forget and start making dick jokes halfway through. It's so difficult because I'm like, I sit here and I'm like, I'm going to be good this time. Like, I'm not going to do anything fucked up on this video. And then you get to the boss and it's like, Volvovagia. And I'm like, God damn it! It's like holding meat out in front of a hungry dog. What do you expect from me?
You're backed into a corner. What do?
It do be like that sometimes.
All right, now let's go die 3 times to Dark Link here.
Let's go fight our shadow. My shadow.
Or, actually, Dark Floopl.
Yes.
Even if you even check the name, like if I'll probably do it just for shits and grins, but. If you check the name with Navi, it'll say Dark, and then like it won't say just say Dark Link. It'll say your character name. Oh no, where'd my reflection go?
Oh no, my reflection's gone.
Oh no, yeah, we did this already. Sorry. Need to stop doing that.
Just don't bomb shoes at your shadow until it dies. Chuck a Deku nut at your shadow. You're not you when you're hungry.
Just throw grenades at me. I noticed I was doing damage to him, like, even just kind of hitting his shield a little bit with this. Because you can tell he's taking damage because he gets darker.
Oh.
And more opaque. Okay, is it Dark Floopl?
Conquer yourself. Sounds like the fucking tagline for one of those, like...
It's like a Persona game.
Tough Mudder runs or some shit.
It's a Persona thing.
Oh yeah, you're not me. You can't be me. I am you. Good, now you can marry that fish lady.
No, wait.
Wait a minute, I'm not you. I made a terrible mistake.
Did someone order a stupid-looking boss?
But he's you, so you look stupid. Oh!
Did you ever see that webcomic thing for Persona 4?
I don't think so.
I might not have shown that to you then. That's what that was from.
Oh, okay.
The Shadow Yosuke shoulder. Is it Yosuke or Yusuke? I think it's Yosuke in 4. I don't know, I barely played 5, but when I get around to playing 5, I have like the deluxe digital edition that I bought.
Nice.
Because it was on sale for the same price as just the regular game. So
yeah, that's been on sale real cheap lately. I think it's like $18 in the summer sale or something.
Oh,
that's
not bad for a game that with all the DLC it's normally like $100.
I think it's just the base game.
Oh, this is the base game?
Yeah,
well, it's still a good price for the game.
The PlayStation Network summer sale is going on right now. It's 4 weeks long, and it's like the other ones. It's a bunch of shit is on sale, but every week they're also changing up the deals. So some stuff that's on sale will go on sale deeper for like a week, much like the Steam summer sale does. So it'll be interesting. I can't buy anything until I get paid. I don't know if I'm going to buy anything in the summer sale. I'm keeping an eye on Ease 8 to see if it gets any cheaper because it's $30 right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, East like never goes on sale.
It never goes on sale. Like Origin goes on sale, and the ones on Vita go on sale all the time, but that one never goes on sale. And when it does, it's like still like $50.
Well, they don't care about the Vita versions.
No.
They care enough about the Vita to, put updates in to prevent you from hacking it, but that's about it.
That is something I'm really shocked that I haven't seen on the Switch, honestly. Like, why aren't there just ports of all the Ys games that are on PS4 and
They don't want to do that.
PC?
They don't want to do that.
Like Oath and Felghana and Ark of Napishtim. And,
I mean, you can easily
the
charge,
thing about
like...
the Ys games is I could just start making shit up and you wouldn't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like the medallion of Flip-Flop, and that's the one where you fight the three-headed worm. No.
Great Flafoon.
Yeah. Ys 9, the panties of Reggie's Filzamy.
Fizame.
Fizame. Yeah, those games, like, it feels like that would be a natural fit on the Switch. And they've been ported so many times.
Don't see target him.
You probably wouldn't need much effort to put, those on there.
Those are like old PCs, like what's the one I'm thinking of? I don't know. It's like FC 98 or something like that. Is that what they first came out on? I'm probably thinking of the Toho Project games actually.
Well, these versions of them are actually kind of interesting. All like the PC ones that you pick up, like the older games, like
oh yeah, that was Darklink, I guess.
Oh yeah, woo! Like Oath and Felghana and Ark of Napishtim. They're all sort of remakes of the game that are done in the same engine that Falcom uses for everything, or used for everything, for the Ys games and for the Trails in the Sky games that use the same engine. So, like, I had the PS2 version of Ark of Napishtim growing up, and it looks completely different than, like, the PC and the PS4, like, Vita version. Because it was completely redone in, like, the same graphical style. But it's the same game.
How do you feel about Shenmue? I don't know, that just came out of nowhere, but...
It's interesting. It seems like the kind of thing I would probably rather watch someone play than play myself.
Fair enough.
I know that the Shenmue collection is on sale on the PlayStation Network thing. I think it's pretty fucking cheap, actually. Let me tell you how much it is. Have you played Shenmue? Do you, Shenmue?
No.
Shenmue! I think I've made that joke before.
I watched Brutal Moose play Shenmue 1 and 2, and I know he said he really liked them. I know different series, but technically same publisher and everything. I have Yakuza Kiwami that I got through PS Plus, and I'm actually really looking forward to playing that. But I honestly think I would probably have more fun playing Yakuza than Shenmue. Mm-hmm. Shenmue is it looks really clunky because it's I know that it's like its combat system is basically the same as Virtua Fighters, because it was in early development it was actually meant to be a
that's weird.
It was actually meant to be a Virtua Fighter RPG, and then they changed it.
It's showing up as 30, but I swear I saw it for less. I swear I saw it when I was looking at the summer sale for like $17.99 or something for the Shenmue 1 and 2. That's odd.
Well, they're normally like $30 each at this point, aren't they? For the remasters?
I think so. Yeah.
I say remaster even though they didn't remaster the sound.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a timer. But I've seen the stories already, so I probably won't be picking it up. So, anyway.
Until next time.
Yeah. Until next time. I'm Rado Goji.
And I'm Soylent Greg.
And we'll be here next time. Join us, won't you?